All right, so are you dreaming of becoming a Solidity developer? And you want to just crush those job interviews,
Absolutely.
right? Whether you're just starting out or you're aiming for like a senior role, this deep dive is for you.
Definitely.
We're going to be dissecting this awesome guide that maps out the entire journey from junior dev all the way up to senior level.
Yeah, it's fascinating how this guide just dives right into the nitty-gritty. Like you might think data types are simple,
Right.
but it reveals how even seasoned pros can trip up on the subtle differences between, say, a unt and an int.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like baking a cake and you think you know what flour and sugar are,
Right.
but then you accidentally use salt instead of sugar.
Exactly.
It's a disaster.
Yeah. Mastering these nuances is key to avoiding those costly errors in your smart contracts.
The guide really emphasizes how important it is to have like a rock solid understanding
Yeah.
of these Solidity fundamentals before you even get to the fancy stuff.
Absolutely. And speaking of rock solid, let's talk security. The guide doesn't shy away from the scary stuff like re-entrancy attacks.
Right.
This is where a malicious contract can trick yours into repeatedly calling it draining your funds.
Oh, no.
Like imagine a hacker setting up a vending machine
Okay.
that gives them back more money than they put in over and over again.
That's terrifying.
Not good.
But the guide also like dives into how to avoid those security pitfalls, right?
Exactly. It talks about fuzzing your code,
Okay.
which is essentially unleashing a horde of digital gremlins on it to see if they can break anything.
I like that.
It's a powerful way to uncover vulnerabilities you might have missed.
Right.
And it stresses the importance of understanding different types of contracts, like ERC-20 for tokens and ERC-721 for NFTs.
Yeah.
Interviewers will definitely grill you on those.
So it's not just about knowing how to write the code. It's about understanding the specific tools and building blocks that are used in the real world.
For sure.
What I find interesting is this guide highlights the work of Hassan Yildiz, who is a real veteran in the blockchain space.
Yeah.
He's been working with this technology since 2009
Wow.
and is a serial entrepreneur in Web3 and data science.
Very cool.
So he's been around the block a few times.
He's seen it all.
He's seen it all.
Yeah, the guide suggests checking out his training and content, especially when it comes to Solidity programming, smart contract security, and auditing.
Yeah.
He's clearly seen it all and knows how to build secure and effective contracts.
It's like having a mentor who's already fought all the blockchain battles
Right.
and can show you the tricks of the trade.
Exactly.
So it's clear this guide is all about practical advice and real-world application. What else does it recommend when it comes to prepping for those interviews?
Well, it points out that interviewers, especially for senior roles, they really want to see that you can think beyond just the code.
Okay.
They'll likely ask about your understanding of financial concepts like tokenomics or decentralized exchanges, especially in the context of DeFi.
Right, because if you're building a DeFi application, it needs to be not only secure, but also financially sound.
Exactly.
Like building a bank.
Right.
Security is paramount, but you also need to understand interest rates and loans and all those financial mechanisms.
For sure. And this is where the guide's emphasis on security really shines.
Okay.
It dedicates a whole section to common vulnerabilities specific to DeFi, like flash loan attacks,
What are those?
where someone borrows a huge sum of cryptocurrency to manipulate the market and then pays it back within the same transaction.
Oh, wow. That's like financial wizardry,
Right.
but with a dark side.
With a dark side.
It really highlights how important it is for Solidity developers to understand the potential financial risks involved in their work.
Absolutely. It's not just about writing code that works. It's about writing code that's secure, efficient, and financially sound.
Right.
And the guide recommends studying past DeFi security audits and incidents.
Okay.
Learning from those real-world examples can help you avoid making the same mistakes.
It's like studying history to avoid repeating it.
Exactly.
But in this case, it's about avoiding losing millions of dollars in a flash loan attack.
That's right.
So this guide doesn't just teach you Solidity, it helps you develop that crucial security mindset.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just technical skills.
Yeah.
For senior roles, you need to show that you're more than just a coder. You need to be a problem solver, a communicator, a team player.
So those soft skills are just as important as your coding chops.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to articulate your ideas clearly, especially when explaining complex concepts to people who might not be as technically savvy.
Exactly. Think of it like this. You can write the most brilliant code in the world,
Okay.
but if you can't explain it to your team or your clients, it's not going to be very useful.
It sounds like this guide really emphasizes the holistic view of what it means to be a successful Solidity developer.
Yeah.
especially at that senior level. It's not just about being a code ninja, it's about being a well-rounded, communicative professional.
Absolutely. And speaking of showcasing your skills, the guide has some interesting insights on how to build a killer portfolio. It encourages aspiring developers to get their hands dirty and start building their own projects, even small ones,
Yeah.
just to demonstrate their understanding of solidity and smart contract development.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can read all the books about woodworking, but until you actually build a chair,
Right.
you don't really know what you're doing.
Precisely. And the guide also suggests contributing to open source projects.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a fantastic way to gain experience, collaborate with other developers, and really get your code out there for the world to see.
So it's like joining a team of master builders,
Hmm.
each with their own expertise coming together to create something amazing.
Absolutely.
And I bet that kind of experience really stands out on a resume.
Absolutely. Plus, it shows potential employers that you're passionate about the technology and willing to contribute to the community.
Now, I'm curious about the guide's take on actually navigating those Solidity interviews.
Okay.
Does it have any specific tips or tricks?
It does. It actually has a whole section dedicated to interview preparation.
Oh.
And one piece of advice really stood out to me.
Okay.
Show them you're not just here for a job, you're here for the revolution.
I love that. It's about conveying your genuine enthusiasm for the blockchain space
You're right.
and demonstrating that you're not just chasing a paycheck. You're driven by the potential of this technology to change the world.
Exactly. Passion is contagious, and interviewers can spot a mile away whether someone is truly excited about the work or just going through the motions.
So it's about showcasing that inner blockchain geek,
Yeah.
letting that passion shine through.
Let it shine.
But passion alone won't get you the job right. What about the technical side of things?
Well, the guide stresses the importance of practicing your coding skills.
Yeah.
You'll likely be asked to solve coding challenges during the interview, so brush up on your algorithms, data structures, and of course your Solidity syntax.
You're like training for a marathon. You can just show up on race day without putting in the miles.
Right. And be prepared for technical questions that delve into the deeper aspects of Solidity smart contract development and blockchain concepts.
Okay.
Interviewers will want to see that you understand not just the language, but the entire ecosystem.
So it's about demonstrating that you've gone beyond just learning the basics. You've explored the depths, you understand the nuances, you're ready to tackle those complex challenges.
Exactly. And don't forget to research the company and its projects.
Right.
Understanding their work and showing a genuine interest in their contributions to the blockchain space can go a long way in impressing the interviewers.
It's like going on a date. You wouldn't show up without knowing at least a little bit about the person you're meeting.
Right.
Do your homework show them you care?
Precisely. And the guide also emphasizes the importance of being able to explain complex technical concepts in a clear and concise way.
Right, because not everyone interviewing you will be a Solidity expert.
Right.
Being able to break down those complex ideas into something understandable is a valuable skill.
Absolutely right. Think of it like this. If you can explain how a blockchain works to your grandmother, you can explain it to anyone.
I love that analogy. It's about making the complex simple, the technical accessible.
Right.
But the guide goes even further, doesn't it? It talks about the importance of networking and being an active part of the blockchain community.
You got it. It suggests attending blockchain conferences, meetups, and online events to connect with other developers, entrepreneurs, and investors in the space.
It's like joining a massive brainstorming session where everyone is buzzing with ideas, sharing their knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Exactly. Networking isn't just about finding jobs. It's about learning from others, getting inspired, and building relationships that can lead to exciting collaborations.
It's about being part of a movement, a community of innovators who are shaping the future of technology.
And the guide highlights the power of online platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn for building your professional network and engaging in conversations about Solidity and blockchain development.
It's like having a global water cooler where you can chat with others as 38. Solidity enthusiasts share your latest project or ask for help when you're stuck on a tricky coding problem.
And that sense of community is one of the things that makes the blockchain world so special. It's a place where collaboration and knowledge sharing are encouraged.
It's a place where anyone, regardless of their background or experience, can contribute to something truly innovative.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this deep dive into this incredibly insightful guide, I think it's important to highlight one key takeaway.
Okay.
The journey of a Solidity developer is never truly over.
It's a path of continuous learning, exploration, and adaptation. The blockchain space is constantly evolving, so Staying curious and embracing that evolution is crucial.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it so exciting. There's always something new to discover, a new challenge to tackle, a new frontier to explore.
It's a journey filled with endless possibilities, and this guide seems to equip aspiring developers with the tools and mindset they need to navigate that journey successfully.
I couldn't agree more. It's like a roadmap to success in the world of Solidity development. But the real adventure begins when you start exploring the uncharted territory.
And as we encourage those listening to embark on their own Solidity adventures, let's leave them with a final thought-provoking question.
I'm all ears. What's the question that will spark their imagination?
If you could build any way application with Solidity, what would it be? What problem would you solve? What impact would you make on the world?
Wow, that's a powerful question. It's a call to action for aspiring Solidity developers to think big, dream bigger, and use their skills to create something truly meaningful.
Because at the end of the day, Solidity is just a tool. It's up to you, the developer, to decide how to wield it.
And with that inspiring thought, we've reached the end of our deep dive into this amazing guide for Solidity developers.
It really feels like this guide goes beyond just the technical aspects of Solidity
Yeah,
and delves into the heart of what it means to be a part of this blockchain revolution.
it definitely does. It encourages aspiring Solidity developers not to just be coders, but to be thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers
Right.
who are passionate about using this technology to make a real difference in the world.
And that brings us back to Hassan Yildiz,
Yeah.
who the guide highlights as a true pioneer in the space. What's interesting is that he not only excels in the technical aspects of Solidity, but he's also dedicated to educating and empowering others,
For sure.
which speaks volumes about his commitment to the growth of this community.
Absolutely. His focus on training and content creation, especially in those critical areas of smart contract security and audit, shows that he's not just building for himself, he's building for the future of the entire blockchain
And
ecosystem.
it's like he's not just a Solidity developer, he's a Solidity evangelist,
Right.
spreading the word and equipping others with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed.
And that kind of leadership and mentorship is invaluable in a field that's still relatively young and constantly evolving. He's paving the way for the next generation of Solidity developers who will hopefully build on his work and push the boundaries even further.
I think that's a great note to end on. This guide and the work of people like Hassan Yildiz really paint a picture of the Solidity developer as not just a technical expert, but as a visionary, a builder and a leader who's shaping the future of technology.
It's an inspiring vision and one that we hope resonates with all of you listening. Whether you're just starting your Solidity journey or you're already a seasoned pro, remember that this is a field with endless possibilities.
So go out there, build something amazing, and help create the decentralized future we all believe in. And remember, as you continue your Solidity development journey, never stop learning, never stop exploring, and never stop connecting with the incredible community that surrounds this revolutionary technology.
It's been an absolute pleasure diving into this guide with you today.
Yeah, this was great.
We hope it sparked your curiosity and inspired you to take your Solidity skills to the next level.
And with that, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, happy coding.